You were very raw and immature.
You know, where did you get your experience, Tom? What play were you? Oh, I was never on the stage. I was never acted in public in my life. I never stood on it. So because he knocked us into condition anyway, and so we went on stage in Ballypickas anyway, and sure, the place was packed, like. We'd done it for 2 nights.
Yeah.
And we had enough money, like, to run the club for the year and pay insurance and do everything.
Yeah.
And sure, did we do 2 plays after that year, Tom? I think we couldn't be stopped anyway.
Yeah, well, you hit gold anyway with the finances.
We hit gold, like, the last time we done was Mungo's Mansion.
Yeah.
That must have been about 1965 or thereabouts, like.
Yeah.
And Mungo... I was Mungo, was I, Tom?
You were Mungo.
I was Mungo, and it was based in Galway, in the slums in Galway, like where I would get Chantala or wherever, I don't know what it was, but I was Mungo, and I had a broken leg, and I was out of work, and there was no money, and I was sitting there contrary, and someone was giving me GoFundMe. I had this crutch, and with the stage like was cobbled together with bits of plywood and some bits of holes in the plywood was papered over. And, it's cat-like.
Yeah.
So, anyway, someone insulted me anyway in the lines in the play, like, that's what was in the script.
Yeah.
So I was to pick up the crutch, like, and throw it at whoever was, and sure, the crutch went through a hole in the wall, and there was the crutch balancing in the hole in the wall, like going up, and the laughs of everyone, which it wasn't supposed to happen. Like.
Yeah, but it just worked out perfect. Yeah.
It wasn't supposed to hit anyone. It didn't need to hit anyone. But like it hit this hole in the wall. It went through the wallpaper. It probably was a little hole that was papered over. Probably was a prompting hole or something like that.
That is entertainment anyway.
We had great sport. Like, you know, it was wonderful. Yeah.
I think, did you perform one of them in the hall in Ballyrone, the old LDF hall in Ballyrone?
Oh, sure, we went everywhere.
Yeah.
We went in Shanahoe, and we went as far as Comer. Where else did we? Went down to Rathneska. All to Shanahoe, yeah. And we were all doing it for ourselves. We weren't doing it for the locals, like. And we're pocketing the doorkeeping. We're as greedy as hell, like.
You're going well.
We were the winning team, like we were.
Yeah. You entered the Laois drama after, did you?
Well, that's what I got married then and left as well, like. So Bernie and I went off to Cork, and that finished but they carried on in Spink, like, and well, there was another was in it too. Tom was Peg Dunn, but she only came into it. She wasn't in the first one. No. I'd say Peg was a seasoned campaigner. She wouldn't get on the stage with 18-year-olds and 20-year-olds, like.
Yeah.
She was after acting in big plays in Ballypickas with Mick Dunn and Frank Fogarty and Finney Lawler and all them.
The drama was big that time.
Yeah.
And then when you went off to Cork, the Ballypickas crowd did continue on the drama.
Absolutely.
And then to Laois, yeah.
What should have come? That was 1965. So he continued on up into the 90s, Tom, didn't he?
Oh, we did, yeah.
And later even. Did you enter in drama festivals? The Laois Drama Festival. Yeah. Yeah, but you see, at that time then, my whole business was with the piggery here and with the family and
starting off
everything, and Spink football, and I kind of weaned myself out of Ballypickas altogether, you know. So that was it.
You had a lot on your plate. And this tree at the end of your road here, we always would see rags tied and everything. Can we read the history of the tree and what went on up here?
Well, in the last couple of months, Theatrical Churchyard and the Wartstone has come into focus, like, due to the efforts of Owen Cahill, Joe Cahill's son. Owen is very interested in old local history and monuments and all that kind of thing. He's a member of the Laois Heritage Society in Port Laois, like.
Yeah.
And he happened, you know, he goes around and he visits all these old archaeological sites, like.
Right.
Dysart Gallen now being one of them down here in Dysart, like.
Yeah.
and the Wartstone. And he managed, with the help of the Spring Community Development Association, to draw down a grant of something like 29,500, like, for a survey on the site and the appraisal of the value of the site. And there's a big report done on it now, like, and it's in the years to come now. There's going to be more work done on it, like with the idea of securing the ruins that's there, like, taking off the ivy, bolstering the walls that's there, like, make sure that they don't deteriorate any further.
Yes.
And now you mentioned specifically about the Wartstone.
Yeah.
Now the Wartstone, we were always told, like, as we were growing up here beside the Wartstone, that it was a holy water font that was brought out of the church and left there at the Wartstone in penal times as a sign for the Mass pit or the Mass hollow that's down just there at the back of the Wartstone.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And but seemingly it's not a holy water font at all. It's a base for a stone cross.
Right.
There's a square opening in the top of the stone,
Right.
about 4 or 5 inches deep, and it's rectangular. It's probably 9 inches by 5 inches.
Yeah.
The hole in the top, like.
Right.
And it holds water all the time.
Yeah.
And it has been down through the centuries, and ever since the penal times, like, it has rested there, and it has become famous as a cure. The water in it has become famous as a cure for warts.
Oh, yeah.
And it has been proven, like, you know.
Yeah. And what's the significance of the rags being tied in the tree? Or
Well, the significance is what happens is, like, if you want your warts cured, you go to the Wartstone, and you have to bring an item of clothing, personal clothing with you, or a handkerchief or something belonging to yourself.
Yes.
And you bathe your warts in the water in the Wartstone.
Yes.
And you hang the rag up on the bush.
Yeah.
And you say the prayers, like, I think it's 3 Our Fathers, 3 Hail Marys, and 3 Glorias, for the intention that your warts will be cured.
Disappeared. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and it has been documented, like, that it's a well-known cure.
Cure, like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and with you know, the bush there beside the Wartstone, like, is covered in rags.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
you
it's
know.
very colourful looking there, always. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's the significance of that. Yeah.
Wartstone.
Yeah. We'll put it all to a close at this stage, PJ. We're after going on well, and we're after going through a lot of the history. And there's just one thing we didn't go through, a very important part, and this is the Ballypickas song, the Touraloo, Touralay. I think you were involved in getting that composed or put together, were you?
Yeah. No, I had no part at all in getting it composed. Like,
Well, how'd you not? Yeah.
no. Ned Day, as far as I know, John can bear me out on this, but Ned Day went to this man that worked in the Bank of Ireland in Ballypickas at the time, a friend of Ned's and a friend of, what's his name, John? Michael Cummins, or Commons as he calls himself now.
Yeah.
Cummins, like, would be a Laois kind of name, but I think his name is Commons. We always called him Cummins.
Yeah.
He was a bank official in the Bank of Ireland in Ballypickas, like, and Michael, like, was a countryman from Mayo,
Right.
and he loved the country people, and he got to know people around Ballypickas and Ballypickas, and I didn't know him that well, really. I got to know him afterwards, but Ned seemingly knew about him, like, and after the match, after that dramatic win over Milltown in 1979, like,
Yeah.
Ned, I think maybe with somebody else, got the idea that it should be commemorated in a song,
Yes.
and he recruited Michael to write the words.
Yes.
But then, of course, Michael didn't know much about hurling or who played well, or but or I'm sure Ned like put him in the picture about the characteristic of every player, like from Tom Cahill out to the corner forward, like, you know. And so between the two of them anyway, they put together this song, like, you know, so it's become the Ballypickas anthem. I think that's what
absolutely.
Touraloo, Touralay, Touraloo, Touralay.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.